Pleased with that. Just goes to show Slovakia top of the table. There's a lot to play for, and the big boys aren't getting all their own way, and I think it'll carry on like that. It's important that we do our job. Our next World Cup qualifier is away from home against San Marino, and again we got to look to get 3 points.
You just never know. We'll certainly not be giving up the ghost. You know, we should beat San Marino, no disrespect to them, because I think we give them a lot of respect again tonight. But we will be expected to beat them. And, you know, home games these days, you know, the punters turn up, they sing for 90 minutes, and they expect big points and big victories.
That goal, it was certainly made and finished in Sunderland. George searing run down that left flank. He had a formidable part to play in it.
He always does. For you know, when George was missing for personal reasons, you know, in the past couple of years, I always did say, you know, he was a big miss. I'm pleased to be linking up with him at Sunderland. I think, and I know the manager at Sunderland, Roy Keane, thinks he's one of the top 2 best left backs in the Premier League, and his performance tonight sort of proved that.
Well, Jim and Michael are with me in the studio. Jim, job done, but importantly, job done in style tonight.
Yeah, I think, you know, obviously there was a lot of pressure on the lads, and I think they performed admirably. I think they were expected to win. I think, you know, sometimes when that happens, you can be overawed by that sort of pressure. But certainly the goals were excellent, good top goals, and you know, they've gone out, you know, with huge expectations and didn't disappoint.
Yeah, Northern Ireland were really in a no-win situation unless they produced a performance like that, and importantly goals, as Jim says.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, I think the pleasing thing, I think, from Nigel's point of view, is that they remain patient. You know, you want a goal early, the first 5-10 minutes, that didn't come. You know, they continued to play, they continued to be patient, and once they got the first goal, then, you know, it wasn't a case of settling the nerves, because they played quite composed up to then, and they went on with the belief that they would, you know, they would get extra goals and continue to press forward, and then won the game comfortably.
David Healy's body language during this campaign has not been at all happy, but tonight much better as we take a look at his goal with a different angle as well.
Yeah, I think, you know, George McCartney's done really, really well here. You know, he knew McCartney was going to play a big part tonight, because they knew he was going to have plenty of ball, and that's a really composed finish. Nothing we don't expect from the wee man. So I'm delighted for him. You know, he is obviously a big player for Northern Ireland, and when he isn't scoring, you know, it puts a lot of pressure on. And tonight he looked better, he looked happier. He had 1 or 2 little half chances that I would have expected him to do a little bit better with, and probably himself, but it was a good goal, lovely composed finish, gets it out of his feet, and obviously a little bit lucky with it, but it was a nice start for him. We
had been talking about this pretty ridiculous goal drought of David Healy's, to be honest, but a backhanded compliment in a way, because we expect so much of him.
Yeah, the expectations on David personally are maybe at times unrealistic. He's had, I think, a much bigger drought in his career, and he came back from that international level, and he couldn't stop scoring. And I mean, 4 games, and as he pointed out himself, you know, other than the Scotland game where he misses the penalty, I haven't seen him have that many clear-cut chances. So he's off and running this campaign, and if he can get another 13 goals, we'll be delighted.
got into the game more tonight, and involved obviously in the second goal as well.
Yeah, you know, that's a fantastic goal. I'm really pleased for Grant McCann as well. I think Grant McCann is a very good player, very underrated. I've always felt that he probably deserved a few more opportunities. But it's a lovely, he's a lovely mover with and without the ball, and it's a great ball from Davis. Fantastic cushion from David, and that's a top-class finish.
Yeah, great finish.
From a player who obviously wasn't involved in the original squad as well.
Yeah, I mean, 13 months out, I've been in the international wilderness myself as a player, and it's not nice. You come in from a difficult club situation, and, you know, hopefully now, you know, he can cement his place in the squad. He gives you good options, wide left, or can play in the park as well. So, you know, any time he's come in, he's done anything that's asked of him. So hopefully, you know, he gets a bit of loyalty back now.
That's the thing about the Northern Ireland team. It's a pretty young team with good options now, Jim. Too.
Yeah, Chris Brunton, or, you know, he's playing in the Premier League. He's playing his trade there, and he has played very well for Northern Ireland. He does give you a nice balance. Grant would probably prefer to play in the centre of the park, but again, Northern Ireland have got good options in there. O'Connor's done very, very well. Stephen Davis is a real class act, you know, and no, but I'm really pleased for him. You know, I think he's deserved an opportunity, and he hasn't let himself down tonight.
Kyle Lafferty, one of the youngest in the squad, man of the match for me, certainly in Slovenia from a Northern Ireland point of view, and on the goal sheet tonight.
Yeah, pleased to see him get the goal. He's had a big move in the summer, and I've watched him quite closely about Rangers, and not really hit the ground running with injury and stuff, but he'll be delighted with this. He'll not get an easier one probably, and I'm sure he'll go on to get 60 or 70 or 80 caps, and he'll look back and that'll maybe be the easiest goal he gets. But he's had a good 2 games, both these internationals, and now hopefully when he goes back to Rangers that'll help him, and from a confidence point of view as well.
Doesn't get any better the more you look at that for the keeper's point of view, Jim, to be honest.
The keeper will be killing himself.
But good to spread the goals around, and good that David Healy gets assistance.
Especially your 2 strikers. If you have 2 strikers who are scoring goals and the lads are creating chances, then it bodes well for them. Obviously they're going to come up against tougher opposition where they mightn't create as many opportunities. He missed an even better chance with his head, but yeah, they're lovely. Getting a little tap in like that they must be absolutely delighted.
And Steve Davis tonight?
Excellent as usual, again, I said I watched him recently in the Celtic Rangers game and he was fantastic. He's involved in everything Northern Ireland do, heartbeat in the middle of the park, and he got himself in the box on a few occasions tonight, and this is just great finish. A player at the top of his game at the minute, playing with loads of confidence.
He looks confident in everything he does.
And just showing through tonight, passing the ball really sharply and early, into the front players, and looked excellent for us.
Okay, good performance tonight, good 3 points. But as the manager says, should we be starting to get carried away? He says no. Where does this leave us in the overall campaign? If you put your hand on your heart and you look at the games coming up, can Northern Ireland realistically still qualify, Jim?
They've got to win the next 3 games for me, Stephen. And San Marino's another nice game for them. They're going to be expected again. The pressure will mount, but they're going to be expected to go there and win. It will give them all a fillip of confidence, and then they come back with 2 home games. And certainly at home at Windsor, they're capable of beating anyone, as they've shown in the past. Yeah,
after that San Marino game, 3 out of the next 4 at home. As we take a look at the group table now and how things lie with the overall results. There's Northern Ireland's confirmation of their 4-0 results. Slovakia beating Poland 2-1, and the Czech Republic winning 1-0 against Slovenia. So Northern Ireland at the moment 5 points behind Slovakia, who I think before the start of this campaign you'd never have said would have topped the group at this stage.
That's right. I think the table can be slightly misleading with the games against San Marino, who's played San Marino and who hasn't. But Slovakia beating Poland is maybe not a bad result for Northern Ireland. Northern Ireland have to beat Slovakia and Slovenia both at home, and potentially maybe take 4 points out of the 2 fixtures against Poland.
20 points is the kind of figure people are bandying around for qualification. Does that mean Northern Ireland realistically have to win 5 out of the last 6, possibly 4 on a draw out of the last 6?
Yeah, I think they do, and I don't think they're kidding themselves. I mean, I agree with all their comments after the game. Teams will take points off one another in this group. It suggests that's the way it started, and I would probably think it's going to be that way the whole way through it. But for Northern Ireland to have a realistic opportunity of qualifying, the next 3 games are big fun.
It's difficult, but the message: keep the faith. Can a miracle happen, as David Healy suggests?
Yeah, I think it certainly can. It's not a case of saying, well, they're just playing to play out the campaign now. The difficult thing is for them, they will have to pick up points on the road, and they have to go to both Poland and the Czech Republic. And you would have said that Slovenia and Slovakia with a better chance of picking up points on the road, and they never managed to do that. But those teams maybe are going to be stronger at home than maybe we envisaged before the campaign started. So they've got themselves a win, and they've just got to build on that. And
finally, Jim, preparation's not ideal for Northern Ireland this week with the sacking of the chief executive. What did you make of the timing of that announcement?
I thought it was poor, really poor. I thought it was shocking, actually. And the manager obviously. The players realised the importance of these games, and to do it on before this, I didn't think it was ideal.
Michael?
Yeah, it's surprising, you know what I mean? We don't know, obviously, the whole circumstances behind the decision, but to make it between, the game on Saturday and the game on Wednesday, it just seems I can't understand for the life of me why they made that decision at this minute in time. OK, thank you, Michael. Thank you, Jim. Let's just check on tonight's other results. Belarus 1, England 3, 2 goals for Wayne Rooney and 1 for Steven Gerrard there. In Group 4, Germany 1, Wales 0, and the Republic of Ireland 1, Cyprus 0. The winner scored by Robbie Keane. And just time to tell you about our special website, The Road to South Africa. We've been following the fans during the first 4 matches of this campaign here in Belfast and in Slovakia and Slovenia. Here's a taster, and look out for the supporters showing that they can find the back of the net as well.
Well, let's just confirm that website address for you. It's bbc.co.uk/ni/sport, where you can see lots more of the fans, their World Cup stories. There are match highlights up there